welcome to our new session. That is, today we are going to learn the laws of chemical combination. This is from Atoms and Molecules chapter. This is a part 2 video. Today we are going to learn laws of chemical combination. See, what is the use of laws of chemical combination? These laws govern the combinations of elements in the formation of compounds. You know that the compounds, they are what? The compounds are group of elements. Means the elements combine to form the compounds. These combinations are governed by the laws of the chemical combination. Okay, there are 5 laws. Number 1 is law of conservation of mass. Second one is law of constant proportions or law of definite proportions also. Third law is law of multiple proportions. Fourth law is Gay-Lussac's law and fifth law is Avogadro's law. These are the 5 laws of chemical combination. In this class, we are going to see these 2 laws, first and second laws. Okay. Now, let us come to the first law, that is law of conservation of mass. It is given by the scientist Lavoisier in the year 1785. According to this law, the matter can neither be created and nor it be destroyed in a chemical reaction. Means matter cannot be destroyed or created. How we can understand this? To get it, one activity is there, that is reactants react to form products. In a chemical reaction, the substances which react each other are known as the reactants and the newly formed substances are known as the products. X plus Y will give the Z. So, this gives rise to, it should be arrow mark. This arrow mark separates the reactants from the products. In this activity, you have to take one conical flask. In this conical flask, take one reactant X. This is one reactant X in the conical flask. And in the ignition tube, this tube, small tube is known as the ignition tube. In this ignition tube, you take the another reactant, that is Y. And before starting the experiment, and one more thing here, you have to close this mouth of the conical flask with a rubber cork. And we have to weigh this complete set before the reaction. Then we have to note the weight or mass of the set. Weight or mass of the set before reaction. Then afterwards you have to lose this thread and we have to make it to mix the Y reactants with the X reactants. Then what happens? In between X and Y, the chemical reaction takes place and the new product is formed. Then after that, again we have to weigh the set. That is, then we will get the weight or mass of the total set after the chemical reaction. Then that weight will be exactly equal to the weight before the reaction. Means what here? The sum of the masses of reactants will be equal to the sum of the products. So, this is the first law of chemical combination, that is law of conservation of mass. Okay, I think you understood well. Then next we are going to see the law of constant proportions. All of you take the screenshot of the board. Next law is law of constant proportions. This law is given by scientist Joseph Proust. According to this, a given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by its weight irrespective of method of preparation and also irrespective of its source. Means what? That we will see with some examples. That is, if we take water, how the water is formed? That is due to the reaction of hydrogen with oxygen. Here, if we take the balanced equation, hydrogen plus half oxygen gives rise to 1 mole of water. Here, hydrogen mass is here 2 grams and half oxygen means for 1 mole of oxygen 32 grams it will be, the mass will be. Half means 32 by 2 is equal to 16 grams. And water, its weight or its mass will be 18 grams. How? That is 2 for hydrogen plus 16 for oxygen. It will become 2 plus 16 is equal to 18 grams. Here, by simplifying these ratios, 2:16. Here what is happening? 2:16:18. Okay? 2:16:18. So, 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16, 2 9s are 18. Means 1:8 is the ratio of the elements in the water. In water molecule, the hydrogen will be in 1 part and oxygen will be in 8 parts. So, the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen is 1:8. Okay. It means what? If we decompose 9 grams of water, then we will get 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 grams of oxygen always. Means what? If we take one compound, always it exactly contains the same proportion of elements by its weight. And this proportion is not depending on the method of its preparation and it is also not depending on the source. Means if we are taking the water now, if you test the composition of hydrogen to oxygen in water, if it is in rainwater also it will be 1:8, and if it is the ocean water or tap water or well water or ice or the water vapor, in any form that water molecule will be having this ratio, the constant ratio. This law is also known as the law of constant, the law of definite proportions also. Okay. Now, let you know one more example, that is nitrogen reacts with hydrogen to form ammonia, NH3. Okay. We have to balance this equation, that is by keeping 2 here, 2 nitrogens, 2 nitrogens. Here 3 hydrogens are there, here 2 hydrogens are there. So by keeping 3, it will be balanced. 3 2s are 6 hydrogens, 2 3s are 6 hydrogens. Now let you take the mass values. That is N2 means for 1 nitrogen, the nitrogen's atomic mass will be 14 grams. What is that? We will get in the next classes. That is here 2 into 14 grams of nitrogen. Here 3 into 2 grams of hydrogen. Here 2 into 14 plus 3. Okay. Here what happens? 28 grams of nitrogen. Here 6 grams of hydrogen. Here 17 2s are 34 grams of ammonia. Means by simplifying this, what we will get? 2 14s are 28, 2 3s are 6, 2 17s are 34. Here means in ammonia molecule, in one ammonia molecule, what will be there? The nitrogen and hydrogen ratio will be 14:3 always, with irrespective of its method of preparation. In whatever way you can prepare it, but the ratio will be the same if it is prepared, if it is in the nature, naturally, then also the ratio will be 14:3 in between nitrogen and hydrogen. And if you prepare the compound in the laboratory also, the ratio of nitrogen to hydrogen will be the exactly same, that is 14:3. Okay. With this we have completed today the two laws, that are first law is law of conservation of mass and the second law is law of constant proportions. Okay. In the next class we will see the atomic theory of Dalton.